Welcome, one and all, to the Best in Jest with your two hosts, the man who's pushing the limits of human capability because he is the first one to take 2 butterfly injections and survive, Professor Lando. And the man who is now consciously aware of his blinking, Commander Connor.
Great. This is going to be a fun episode.
This one's for the wicked, there's no time for rest.
Now is the time that we put to the test. Who is the best in jest?
Oh man.
Come on. Can't wait.
Welcome to episode, I don't know, something about the numbers.
Oh, shit. We should
26?
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
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 Because you were talking about the rounding to the, nice round number.
Oh,
I think it was 25.
Yeah, I used okay.
We've been watching Severance.
Yes.
Severance is it's hot right now.
Uh-huh.
And also we just watched Mickey 17.
Right.
Which is also about clones.
Right.
And on top of that, last episode,
Uh-huh.
we were kind of like, well, what do we talk about? I don't know. We kind of sit here, we do our little pre-stream ritual, and it's like, all right, what did we do recently? This, that, do we watch anything? I don't know. And then we ended up talking about whatever it might be.
Right.
And then we end the podcast, and we're like, all right, we're done. We get in the car, and Kane goes, would you fuck your Venom? And that was a little while ago, that episode.
Yeah.
But we have discussed this premise continuously
It's resonated.
up to right now. We just talked about it. We were eating dinner.
Yeah.
Would you fuck your Venom?
So I think it needs to be broken down because, for one, Venom is just like is the question: would you fuck your symbiote if you're gonna get all nerdy, right? Not your Venom, right? You're not gonna fuck Venom.
Your Venom.
So is it Venom or is it?
You're the one that's getting all nerdy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To get nerdy with it, is it my
your,
symbiote?
It's your symbiote.
Okay.
Which is essentially like
it's my Venom
based on your Venom.
I get it.
Yeah.
But it's not Venom. It's, I don't know, poison. You know, whatever the fuck my symbiote's name would be.
Kane, do you want to give any sort of like introductory qualifier to your, because this question is coming from you.
No, I don't even know why I asked it in the car. I don't know. But if you had your own symbiote, do you think eventually would you do it?
No, I don't think so. Because your symbiote becomes you. It's like you.
So, but isn't that just masturbation?
Yeah, but that's not fucking your Venom. Like when you jerk yourself off, you're not like, God, I'm about to fuck myself.
I mean, that's where the term comes from, right?
Yeah, but you know.
I know what you mean.
You don't get all like, about to.
Yeah.
You just, it would be like jerking the gherkin, essentially.
With someone else's arm?
And he's also like.
So Venom's giving me a reach around?
No, I don't. Well, see, that's the thing.
The arm?
Well, okay, so this is why I said it, well, this is why I'm adamant on team no fuck your Venom, because it would be like what? So my arm would be like, and I'd have Venom arm and I jerk myself off, and it feels nice because why? He's made out of like goop. No, because that would be, and then I say that, and then Kane says no. Kane says it wouldn't be like that. Kane, what did you describe fucking your Venom to be like?
You know how like in the movie Venom, Tom Hardy's sitting there in a human form and Venom just comes out of him like a tentacle and it talks to him?
Yeah.
I imagine it's like that.
Just a head?
Or it can like be a whole body, but it's still connected to you technically.
So it's like we'd be attached to a rope?
Like a tiny tendril.
Yeah.
Which I don't like that premise because that's not fucking your Venom. That would be fucking goopy. And Kane's like, you remember when he was like Lady Venom? And I'm like, okay, so is your question, would you fuck like a female Venom that's attached to you by a thread and is not symbiotic to you at all? It's like, okay, yes, I guess, but that's not fucking your Venom. Because fucking your Venom would be like, it's you. Not like, that's cheating. That's not like, okay, well, I get to morph the Venom off of me and we're connected by a thin thread and also it looks like a woman.
Yeah, I would.
That's not fucking your Venom.
It needs to be a little more. Here's the thing. Mine's not even that it would be like, what if you get into like Venom is you, right? So what if you have a bit of like a weird interaction while you're fucking your Venom, and then there's just weird tension for the rest of the time he's with you, which is forever.
Well, because you said when we were eating, you're like that's like your bros kind of, right?
Like your buddy.
Tom Hardy and Venom.
They're buddies.
They're
I know.
buddies.
I know everyone thinks they're gay. I don't know. Are they gay? I didn't. He calls him buddy at the end of the movie.
So gay. No, I think.
I wouldn't fuck.
Are they
Venom.
buddies? Yeah, because he's sentimental
They're
about
buddies.
it.
They're buddies for sure. I'm just trying to figure out if they're more than buddies.
Okay, so we're going off. Now it's not a hypothetical. It's like, is Tom Hardy fucking his Venom?
Well, I'm curious.
Okay,
about that
so
too.
practically speaking, Tom Hardy, if he is performing coitus with like another person,
Yeah.
is the Venom involved? Can the Venom be involved? Is it not ethical to not mention the Venom?
The Venom needs to give consent.
Right, like is the Venom no, but I would say no because the Venom is him.
But it's got its own. It's not. But it's not. It's got its own personality. I know it's a part of him, but it's also like it. That's why it's a symbiote. It's like attached to him. It's its own thing. It's like a fish being attached to the bottom of a shark.
So you can fuck your Venom then.
Yeah.
And you would.
No. Where'd that come from? I don't think I'd fuck my Venom.
Okay, so you wouldn't.
I don't think so. No. No, I don't think I'd fuck my Venom. It seems
Why not?
it's just too goopy.
Well,
Too goopy.
too goopy.
And I think if I'm gonna place myself in the movie. They go through a lot. They're buddies. I couldn't fuck them after all that. It just seems so weird. They go through a lot, but not like in a romantic way. They just they're like friends.
That makes more sense though. Because what you would fuck your Venom if it was just like it was like implanted and you hardly know each other. And you're like, all right, time to fuck you.
I think it's if you know each other more than or treat it differently.
So if you were symbiotic with this Venom for like 5 years, you would fuck your Venom by then? Well, okay, so what happens when you like, if you have a Venom and you like jerk it? What's going on?
Is it my arm or Venom's?
It's
arm?
like you, but the Venom is inside you. Well, you know when it like, it's like, I assume it's you are one.
He's probably just watching. Oh, that sucks. That's weird. I'd feel violated.
Close, Tom Hardy. Close your eyes. Venom, close your eyes.
Close my eyes? I don't.
You close your eyes. Your eyes are my eyes. One eye open, one eye closed.
It sounds complicated.
I'll fuck it. I'll fuck the Venom.
Whatever.
All right, should we do some best
Oh my
in Jest?
God, it's a. Just asks.
What did I say?
Some best in Jests.
Did I really say
You
that?
said that, yeah. It's okay.
You know, I wasn't. This is what I'm talking about.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I'm describing a very common phenomena that most people would just say like is life or living. I'm overthinking it, but like you pointed that out, and I go, "Oh, did I say that?" I don't even like. I wasn't even conscious that I was like segueing it, or you know, I just did it.
It just came out of your mouth.
Yeah, like it's time for the next. But the thing is, I was like, oh, I guess I was like. Was I conscious of it? I mean, I must have because I said it, but like, it's weird. I'm like this autopilot kind of thing. It wasn't like, all right, it's time to do the thing, say the thing. It's just kind of weird.
Like, you were on a rhythm.
I don't know if that's just what people call consciousness, but like, I was like, oh my God, I'm not even aware of myself. Are you really in control of yourself as much as you think? Because you think that you are fully like, in control of your actions, at least when you're like awake and conscious, but like are you to what percentage? Because like right there it just was kind of just
I don't know.
you know
You're hitting me with existentialism before the just ask. I think I'm in control.
This one is from Kay. They ask, if you two switched bodies for a day, what would you do?
Huh. That's a good question. What I do?
What day is it?
What the fuck?
Any day? I get to pick.
Would I have the same? Would I have his brain? I know I'm changing it somewhere.
Oh, no.
I don't have your brain. I don't have like your abilities, your skills.
Oh, is that what you mean?
That's what I mean. I don't want to do
Because the
art.
question is like, oh, I transform into a cat, but when I do, I suddenly have the brain of a cat and I lose my self-awareness and can never transform back. Type situation.
I don't
We
know.
would switch bodies, but we have each other's brains, so you would just become the other person.
That's crazy. That's,
Like-
that's a crazy Freaky
just
Friday.
like, you know.
I don't. I was gonna say I want to do. I would want
You
to
draw?
do art because maybe I don't know because I want to see how that works.
Oh, that's interesting. If we switch bodies, would you be able to draw well?
That's what I'm
or
saying.
would I be in your body and you can draw well?
Right. I guess.
Depends what you draw. Depends what you draw,
Yeah.
probably. If it's something I've drawn before, you could probably draw it pretty
Like a
well.
muscle
But if it's
memory.
like a new thing, then maybe not.
Interesting. Yeah. Because okay, I kind
Yeah.
of get it. Like because it's like, huh. Well, I've distorted the question a bit because it's just bodies. So I don't fucking know. I'd be tall.
Yeah, what would you do? I mean, this is kind of
Let's hear it.
guys. Like 80% of our day, we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's just a different perspective of the same fucking day.
You're just slightly higher and more to the left than you normally are.
I'd observe how much more I can eat.
Oh, you'd eat?
I think I'd eat because I can't eat a lot at all.
You want to see what it's like?
I'm curious. Because you
Oh yeah.
can put it away
Oh yeah.
and you limit yourself. You stop. You know, from becoming too powerful, you stop. You're like, no, I shouldn't. But I know you got fucking so much left in the tank.
I'm not in the best shape of my life, but for how much I eat, I do recognize that I should be probably way heavier.
You're in good shape.
I'm still probably benefiting from some form of a metabolism
Definitely.
left over. But yeah, dude.
You can eat.
Well, it's because I was like way too extreme when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, deathly skinny. Deathly skinny. I was eating like, kid you not, one day it would be like 2 Ritz crackers,
Yeah.
a block of cheese, maybe like 4 slices of salami,
Right.
and then like a yogurt cup. You know, I was just obsessed. I also thought I was just like so fat at the time.
Wow.
Right. Just so freaking. And what's weird is like, no, I mean, not that it's like on them to do it, but like no one ever said like, dude, you're way too skinny.
Yeah.
No one did. Not even my family. But looking back, I was way too
Definitely,
skinny.
yeah.
And then I went on my gym arc where I had someone that took me to the gym and I was like, oh, and I started working out and I started to get healthier. And I was a flipped complete opposite. I wanted to be the biggest fucking monster you've ever seen, just a beast. And I was like, I needed to eat. I was so skinny. And I would like watch literally videos of people like trying to like how to eat as much as possible.
Yeah.
And I've already told you this, but famously at a certain period, I was watching this guy and he was like, dude, you want to get calories in? Eat a pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream every morning. And I was like, genius.
Oh my God.
And so 4 or 5 days out of the week for maybe a
Oh.
2-month period, I ate a Ben & Jerry's fish food.
That sounds awesome.
I would walk to school and on the way there's a CVS. I would get a pint of Ben & Jerry's. It was the fish food one. That was my favorite at the time. I would pound that for like 2 months. And I was watching videos. There's this guy, Frank Yang, psychopath.
Right, that guy, yeah.
I showed you that video
Yeah.
where he's teaching you, you got to convince yourself that the food wants to be eaten.
Yeah.
And you turn into a weird sexual thing.
That's crazy.
It's begging to be eaten. And sometimes I still think about that.
Does it help?
Yeah, I'll be staring at my food.
So he wasn't crazy.
Eat me. Eat me. And I eat it. So definitely, but now I'm like just trying to. I can't have normalcy where it's like I can't just like. It's either I'm gonna starve myself or I'm like overeating.
Sure.
I do manage to like. Thing is, I think for normal people, it's like. It should be somewhat effortless to be like, oh, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I eat. Oh, I'm full now. I don't eat. I
Yes.
wait until. But me, I'm either like, I'm not hungry at all. Oh my God, I'm not gonna eat all day.
Right.
And then, oh, I'll eat everything. So but I do have these moments of like, where I'm pretty healthy, but with my eating. But I think it's when the whole rest of my life is like settled. Because when I'm working, it's either like, oh, I'm so stressed I don't eat, or I'm so stressed I eat a lot.
Sure. Right. I mean,
So,
I get that.
but okay, we switch bodies. Do we have a rule? Are you allowed to jerk off? I'm not saying that that's what I would do or would want to do, but should there be rules set in place?
I think there probably should be rules.
All right, you have to jerk off.
Okay. Okay. Good luck.
You're gonna find that you know how like handles, like it's not just a rod. There's grooves and it fits your hand. No?
What? Are you talking? You talking about jerking off?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you jerk off,
Uh huh.
right? Because let's just say this now, because there's not, if we switch bodies, there's no way that we would not
What? I would take a
be
shower.
exposed to our bodies, right?
Right,
You're gonna
yeah.
use the bathroom, take a
Sure,
shower.
Sure.
Do you find that like? Nah, I'm not gonna talk about this. Use this information against me someday. Well, can I give recommendations? Like a waiter? What do you recommend I do? That is like, especially Connor.
Fuck. My life sucks, I guess. We come back and do a podcast episode only.
We would do a podcast.
I don't know what, dude. There's nothing you could do. That's different.
This is what I would tell you to do. Go to Chinatown and walk around in the market.
What?
Because you'll feel the hive mind safety net.
Oh yeah.
And I think you would find that interesting.
Would I know Chinese?
No, I trolled
no.
you. You would go and I don't speak Chinese. And you'd go and you'd start to try and you'd be like, oh wait, I don't speak Chinese, and you'd get embarrassed.
That's good.
Because that's what happens to me. You know what's weird? I think what I'd really do was I would probably not try to do anything weird. I would probably try to be you and pretend to be you.
I'd see if
Yeah,
people notice.
I would like interact with Reese pretending to be you. I think that's the most interesting
That's
thing
fun.
to try to do.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be like, what is it like? Wash
Dude,
my hands.
He'll sniff you out so fast.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll pretend.
Dude.
So I'm pretending I'm Connor. So like I'll walk out. I'd knock on his door. Kung, kung, kung. Hey, buddy.
Uh-huh.
You hungry?
Okay.
Has he sussed me out yet? Is that pretty?
Are you talking through the door?
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, shit.
No, he wouldn't suss you out off that. But I wouldn't do that.
Reese, I'm freaking out. Get in here now. I need you to get here right now.
He would not suspect a fucking thing.
Want to get canes? I'd like stand in your bathroom and look at myself.
That
Look at
was
yourself.
the most interesting
You know, you
thing.
just kind of like.
I'd literally, I'm not kidding. I want to see what it's like being tall. I'm not kidding. That's not like self-deprecation. I'm curious, dude.
But
You laugh because it's normal. It's
no,
what you.
I laugh because it's not that different.
It's taller.
No, I'm not tall enough to where I can do anything that you can't
But
do.
I want to see just the perspective of the world. What's it like? You know, you can like it's just you're just taller. I'm just curious what that's like walking, because I could stand up on the chair or whatever, but walking being tall, like that's like it would feel so weird. It'll be like on stilts. You're not that tall, but you know, tall enough for it to be a substantial.
What can a tall person do?
Well,
My back hurts when I do the dishes.
Yeah, but it doesn't hurt when you reach for the top shelf of shit that I can't. I'd go to the grocery store, see what that's like. How much easier is it? You know, I want to see I want to see the efficiency of it all.
This is from Z Mays. They ask, if you went back to college right now, what would you major in?
Oh, God. Wow. I mean, I give you a boring answer.
Mine's a boring answer,
like
too.
very hard science, engineering, like nothing like, like nothing super fancy, like high science or anything, like very tangible, like, yeah, engineering, or like, you know, I don't know, some sort of building architecture, piping, or I don't know, something like that. Because, yeah.
Okay, and
I want a job.
Answer? What's your wacky answer?
Oh, fucking people. I don't know. My wacky answer, art, animation.
That is a wacky answer.
Yeah.
You gotta be fucking crazy.
Art.
For that one.
And then, I don't know, I would like go get a job storyboarding for like
that's cool.
Family Guy.
It's still cool. I like that.
I mean, I'd want to say Disney, but
why not?
My hypothetical, I'm not that successful. I don't know.
Damn.
I almost did.
Disney?
No. I almost did an art thing
in
school. Thought about it.
Sounds fun.
I was going to do design media arts.
What does that entail? Is that like animation?
No. Bullshit. It's just like
sounds like
generic
bullshit.
design, multimedia.
Okay.
Maybe like marketing,
some kind of
graphic. Yeah. You know, and I was taking these classes like architecture, genres and stuff, and I thought I would be this like kind of hip. This was like when I was faltering from my medical journey. I feel a lot of med students, they kind of falter and they either like go back and forth, and then eventually they either do or don't, right? So I was kind of faltering, and I was like, can I do art? Nah, I can't do it. And by I can't do it, I mean my mom said don't do that, and so I was like, okay. And so I was doing biology or whatever until I dropped out. But yeah, for a minute there, I really thought I was going to do art. But you too, right?
Yeah.
Like movie arts.
I would go into film. Mine would be film, 100%.
This is cheating, though, because we're just picking things that align with what we're doing right now.
But it always was got to be that way. I almost went to film school. I was going to go to a film school in Florida. And I just didn't. You had to stay there. You had to sleep there. I didn't want to move to Florida. Yeah, I didn't want to do that shit.
Like directing, like
I was
writing.
I was gonna shoot just for being a dude on set, maybe lighting.
Like talent?
No. It would have been like set dressing, maybe Foley work.
Is that what that is?
That's good. That was good. I would have done that. I love Foley work. I think that's so cool. Or directing. Yeah, would have been the ambitious move. But I also wanted to go into art because I wanted to be a comic book artist as a kid.
Oh, so cool. We could have made Invincible, but instead of Invincible, it's in Unmincible, and he's a pig.
That's good, dude.
Trying not to get turned into a sausage.
So we could do it.
Is that what mince?
Yeah, mince meat.
Unmincible.
Unmincible. That's good. That's really good. We should parody for sure. Besides Unmincible, my perception as a child, when I was like 11, I'm like, I'm gonna become a comic book artist. By 25, I'll just know how to do it. I didn't understand you had to like practice and start doing shit. I just thought by 25, boop, comic book artist, you're done. That's it. You've done it without the work or anything. For some reason, I just thought it just manifests and creates, and you could just do anything.
Did you have an idea
of
like a comic idea?
Oh yeah, I have.
What is your best idea?
Oh, they're bad.
Your best one.
Super Mouse.
Super Mouse.
Super Mouse.
Interesting. So it's like a kid's Captain Underpants kind of thing.
That's the inspiration.
Ah,
Yeah.
Super Mouse.
Super Mouse.
What does Super Mouse entail?
Super.
I was gonna say, don't say mouse and he's super.
Well, I mean, it wasn't.
What's his powers? What's Super Mouse's powers?
I don't really know what he did other than fight. He punched people out of panels.
Can he talk?
He talked.
Is he anthropomorphic?
He was a triangle.
Like
this way. So it was a longer side on the right. Like it was really long, fallen over triangle. You know what I mean? And the nose was on the end. And he had the suit. And the tail would go off. But then there was also Super Rat. And he was evil. and I would make these panels. I'll be honest. This was my comic book. 758 hours on the cover, then bunch of schlock in the middle, and I would tape all.
So an actual comic, you got it. You
exactly.
got it.
Yeah, I guess I figured that out.
Dude, that was Sonic Comics for me.
Yeah.
No offense to the artists.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're underpaid, overworked, whatever.
Yeah.
But the most beautiful fucking cover, the coolest thing, I flip it and it's like a 12th grader drew it in 2 minutes.
Right.
And I always be so disappointed. I'm like, what happened? The cover was so cool.
Yeah. And I'd also be looking for the page that the cover had. Never showed up. Never showed up. Yeah, I would staple the pages together.
I do that too.
Yep.
I was a menace to the environment. Dude, when I was a kid, my comics were fucking the thickness of
fucking omnibus.
The Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah.
And each page would have like this tiny drawing. I was like making a flip book animation.
Oh, God.
And the thing is, now that I'm thinking back, I'm trying to like remember it. I think graphically it made no sense.
Yeah.
Most of the action and the story was happening in my head, and I would just randomly draw like a random frame. But it didn't really, there was nothing visually being represented.
It made no sense. Everything else was fill in the blank. It was for me. It was like reading a book, but you were like creating it as it went. But to everyone else, it's fucking jargon.
Comic book. That's cool.
Yeah.
Film. Brutal. That sounds
That
brutal.
would be rough.
God.
It got more like my goals started becoming more and more like realistic as it went on. Because like original, like it was like comic book artist and paleontologist. That's what I wanted to be.
I don't even
Not
know.
even
I don't even know what a paleontologist is. A
Do you know?
paleontologist.
Yeah.
Think
of me as a kid.
Dinosaur?
Yeah.
But they're dead. What is a
They're
paleontologist?
finding the fossils.
They're all found.
How were they found?
So you would be a paleontologist hoping that there were still new dinosaurs to be
And
found?
they find some. I don't know what they do in their fucking meantime. I don't know if I don't know how it fucking works. I don't even know if that job is still relevant. But back maybe in 19...
Okay,
whatever?
but like, same thing with me. I'm like, yeah, I would do like engineer.
Oh, it'd be so boring.
I mean, that's what you would want to do, but like now, you have the decision now to go back. Because like now you wouldn't go back and become a paleontologist,
No, God, no.
right?
No.
And I wouldn't go back and do whatever I said. Like, what would you do now, knowing what you know now?
I do film. The boring answer is film.
I would do, I don't know if this is cheating, but I would do an easy major and
Oh, he's gaming it.
live the college life. Because that's what I didn't do. I was like so into.
I never had a college life, so
Yeah, I mean, I was there, but I was so into the work that I didn't have any sense of like a college lifestyle.
Yeah.
I didn't have fun. If I did go to stuff, it's because I was dragged to it by friends, and I didn't
That's
do
me
anything.
with high school.
Yeah, high school sucks.
It does sucks.
Fuck high school.
I fucking
College is the one because you're free.
yeah.
And
That one's
everyone gets their like self-awareness and
Yeah,
consciousness
yeah.
finding.
What the hell?
Oh wait,
I can go to the grocery store.
person. I almost got. Did I tell my cult story?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
almost got. Or I didn't almost.
You did
I got tricked into a
to
cult.
cooking some shit or whatever the fuck it was.
And what else did I do? No, that was it. I will say you might think this is like so like me. I switched my major because the question is about your major, right? What major would you choose? Dude, I switched my major like 5 or 6 times, I think. It was like biology, design, back to biology, business. And then at the very end, I was anthropology.
Huh.
Yeah. 4 times.
That sounds like you. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I said, meh.
It's like choosing your Monster Hunter weapon. Trying to figure that shit out.
So going back, I don't know. I think the answer for me is just something easy so that I could like.
That's cool. That's a cool answer.
Just-
I like that.
I guess for me, it's not that I regret it, but I'm like, I could have graduated. I could have
Yeah.
graduated. I could have a degree, and so far I've not have had a need for it, but I would have done it. And so I guess my answer is like just something that wasn't so hard and demanding, and I just went through school and I
Glided.
graduated and I have the degree.
Yeah.
Fucking writing. I would have done writing.
Okay.
No, writing's no, it's not. Fucking bullshit it right before my
Write it all up.
my discussion class. God, I hated, bro. Fuck school. I don't like this hypothetical. I don't want to go back to school. The only nightmares I have
School.
in my adult life is school. It's always school related. Bro, I hated classes that marked you for participation. You have to participate.
Yeah.
Fuck you. My participation is the goddamn $10,000 of tuition I'm paying you to be in this
Right.
fucking classroom. Fuck you. The nucleus. Bitch. Fuck. Is that what you want?
A+. There you go.
God.
Go home.
This one is from Iowa. They ask, I know you guys have embarked on the music journey not too long ago, so I'm curious if you can give us an update.
The guitars.
My guitar's been broken for 6 months. How's yours doing?
My guitar is still unstrung. I'm probably worse than I was.
Me too.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Here's
Shit.
My problem is, I'm doing the workout thing. It's either one or the other right now.
I'm not a Renaissance man. I'm not a Michelangelo baby. If I could be a little, some old patron's like muse, I would be doing play my little guitar, but I gotta like do the dishes.
I don't have the mind to be able to do Renaissance man shit, because you'd have to pick it up super fast. Like, I can do the guitar, and I can paint a picture, and I can sing a song.
I'm out of skill points to allocate.
I do everything too slow.
I've allocated a little too many points to remembering which movies Miles Tellers is in.
That's all of my points. All of my points are on
Damn
what
it.
movie actors are in for no reason.
So useless.
It takes up so much of my brain, and it's worthless. It's worthless.
Who did you say? Is it Patrick Wilson? Owlman?
Yeah,
Patrick Wilson?
yeah.
We should not know who Patrick Wilson is.
No.
We should not know the name and the actor Patrick Wilson.
Yeah.
You go Timothy Chalamet, you would know.
Sure.
Hugh Jackman,
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
No, there's no reason you should know Patrick Wilson.
He's just kind of a.
He's just like, you watch a movie and he's like, there's like a guy. That's fucked that we know who Patrick Wilson is. That's so useless for us to know. I was like, dude, literally the other day, have you seen The Power of Dog? It's got Jesse Plemons in it. And you're like, Jesse Plemons. Oh, he's in Breaking Bad. He's
Todd.
yeah, it's like, dude, Jesse Plemons, We should not know who the fuck Jesse Plemons is. It's like, yeah, people know Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul.
Why is that taking up bits
but
of my
like
brain?
fucking Jesse Plemons,
I don't even know this person. Why does it fucking matter?
great actor.
He is great.
He's good.
Good job.
He's in Civil War. Did you watch Civil War?
I've seen bits and pieces. I didn't watch.
You see the part that he's in?
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
And I should not know that. I don't.
He
He's
shouldn't
just
be
a random
taking up
guy.
bits of my fucking brain. Fuck. Ethan Hawke.
No, he's famous.
What?
What?
Ethan Hawke is like,
What the fuck are you saying, Ethan Hawke?
But Patrick Wilson's famous.
We're famous. That's like saying we're
What do you
famous
mean
too.
Patrick Wilson,
They're differing levels of famous.
That's not.
Ethan Hawke is way more famous.
Like in what?
If I go ask my mom, if I called her up and was like, "Hey, mom,"
It's because he has a more interesting sounding name. Patrick Wilson. He's in stuff.
Patrick Wilson is like in Insidious.
Yeah.
See, our conversation, even debating the nuance, proves it's like we should not even be able to have the conversation on a theoretical level of like, oh, is Ethan Hawke more famous than Patrick Wilson? First of all, yes, of course he is.
I don't know. Patrick Wilson's in Aquaman 2.
Ethan Hawke is the bad guy in Moon Knight. So fuck you.
He's got me there, I guess.
He's also the bad guy in
The Black Phone.
God, yes. See, and I wish I could say the what?
Yeah.
But no, yes, he's the bad guy in the Black Phone.
He's also in
And
Sinister.
great fucking movie,
That's a good
Sinister.
one, yeah. But Patrick Wilson's Insidious.
Oh no. Sinister's better.
I think so, yeah, it is.
Sinister's
It
better.
is better.
But the trilogy Insidious is better than Sinister 2.
Yeah. I think so.
Ethan Hawke's also the bad guy in X-Men First Class.
No, he's not.
Wait, no, hold on, wait.
They look so similar
Wait,
for some reason.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Connor, I was thinking of Kevin Bacon.
Oh. That happens a lot. That's
Is
the thing that
Kevin
happens.
Bacon or Ethan Hawke the bad guy in Moon Knight?
That's Ethan Hawke, I think.
But
Wait. Yeah.
oh my God.
He doesn't play two villains
In my head, I will say I think I was thinking of Ethan Hawke, but the face in my head, I was thinking of Kevin Bacon.
Yeah,
Both more famous than Patrick Wilson.
Oh, come on. Give him some credit.
If I called my mom and I was like, "Do you know who Patrick Wilson is?" she would be like, "No." And if I went,
You know who
"Do you-
Ethan. But
Ethan Hawke is," she'd say yes.
He has such a fucking actor's name, right? Patrick Wilson sounds like John Smith. But he's in stuff. But I get it. He might be less famous. But I'm trying to
I like him more.
I do like
He's so
him. I
good.
do like him more. Watchmen. This is
Do you? So besides Insidious and Watchmen, what is he in? And Aquaman.
he's in Fargo season 2 with Jesse Plemons.
Dude, Jesse Plemons is so good. He's so good.
Oh shit.
It's
I can't think anything either.
We're not like fucking aficionados or anything like that, but like I do find myself like we go to watch movies and I feel like I'm watching it as someone who knows movies and I don't like that sometimes. And sometimes I just want to watch the movie.
Sure. Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, like we watched Mickey 17 and I come out and I'm like we're like digesting it. And it's like already wrong.
Yeah. Just watch it.
What do you mean digesting it?
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to really sit on it and feel at what point, what did I say? And unironic too, mind you. I said, well, at a certain point in the movie, I take it as an abstraction of Mickey. And I said it seriously. I truly meant it. And I'm thinking like, I should have just been like, oh, the funny movie. Clones, I legitimately don't even remember the question. Is this the switching bodies question?
No.
No?
No, this
That's
was-
funny because I'm probably going to cut that one out. They're going to be like, what?
This one was, don't tell me. I got this.
Wait, don't tell us, Kane. Hold on. Wait. Does it have to do with ice cream? Why are we talking?
No.
Ice
Why are we
cream?
talking about actors?
I think I know.
Patrick Wilson. Oh, I'm devoting time in my brain.
Oh, I know what it
Skill
is.
points. The degree. Is this still the degree? Wait, is
No.
this not? No, this is right. Is it? No. What?
I can't believe we got here. How did we get here?
My skill guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Music.
Music journey. We're talking about Ethan Hawke versus Patrick Wilson in our music journey.
My instrumental journey. Worse than it was.
Yeah, mine too.
My singing, probably never been better.
Oh, good.
Probably never been better. And why is that? Is because I'm actually singing. It turns out the things you do are the things that you're gonna
Yeah.
be good at and get better at.
I practice singing a lot more than any instrument.
Yeah, well, this is the fuck thing, right? When I was a kid and I was gaining my skills, I simply did.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, maybe I could become way better at guitar, and I still determined to learn it more than I
Sure.
currently do,
Yeah.
right? But I'm busy. But at no point when I'm a child do I go, in the long run, do I really have the time to afford? And it'd be better spent elsewhere. I just simply did.
Yeah.
But now I do that. Like, I could get marginally better at guitar. What, in 5 years, I could be like, I could just pay someone and spend my time doing something else and focusing.
You don't even think that way as a kid, you know?
Nope. I'm going to learn the Halo theme song. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Useless.
Yeah.
Mad World.
Oh, thanks, Gears of War.
Doesn't get enough credit.
No, not really.
We always talk about Halo in the campaign.
Gears of War is pretty good.
Gears of War doesn't get credit.
They both went to shit, so, you know.
You know what? I'll say it. Gears of War had less of a downfall than Halo. Halo's downfall was more. Worse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because Gears of War, was it 5? Emergence or whatever?
I don't fuck.
It has the daughter and then the weird,
Whatever.
the
Mhm.
locust human hybrid thing.
Yeah.
It was still pretty much the
It
same
was Gears
game.
of War. But it
You said your gaming arc's over.
is, yeah.
Why?
Burned out. No more gaming. I played a lot of Marvel Rivals and a lot of
Monster.
Balatro. I played so much goddamn Balatro. And I wasn't even good.
Well, that's with Monster Hunter. Connor gets to the end of the main story,
I stopped.
and he's like, that's enough. I'm like, dude, that's where it starts.
But here's my problem with Monster Hunter. It's not that it wasn't fun or that I got the cool clothes that I wanted. I saw the weapon that I wanted, and I'm like, I'm done. That's cool. I got what I wanted. And then I can't rationalize wanting to go further. There is fight the monster because that's the point, but I can't.
So why do you like Dark Souls and Elden Ring so much? Is it not for the challenge of fighting the things and
It
beating
itches
them?
my brain differently. It's such a similar premise, but it's such a different feel. I'm not even kidding, and I'm not saying Monster Hunter should have this. It might just be it's the rhythm game aspect and the health bar.
You need a health bar?
I kind of think the health bar really helps with me, like going, oh, I can tell how much damage I'm doing.
It does have a health bar. It's visual. You can tell.
In
Monster Hunter.
oh,
It's how the monster looks.
and reacts, but I feel like it's constantly on the ground wiggling around and dying, and he's not dying. He's still falling over, wiggling on the ground, and he's not dying. And he'll fall over and he'll wiggle some more, and then he dies.
Ended before it even started. Your gaming arc.
No, I played a lot. It was fun. But my brain, it took too much. There was too much. I'm in my movie arc now. I'm watching a movie every day for no reason. And I don't know why.
Adding more
Useless.
useless actor
Fucking knowledge.
Oh, where do I know her from?
Because I can't watch a movie without suddenly going to the IMDb and look up every fucking cast member there is. Who directed it? I'm 15 minutes in. Why do I fucking do... Dude, it's frustrating. It is frustrating.
We're watching Mickey 7.
Yeah.
And then right from the beginning, like before you even see him, you hear his voice. Steven Yeun.
Oh, that's right.
And you go, yeah, Steven Yeun. And he pops, do it.
Steven
Yeun.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do another question. So the answer, no. Sadly. I have already failed every single one of my New Year's resolutions, by the way. Not for lack of trying.
Mine's still going strong, but I almost lost it the other day. Waking up before 12.
Oh, wait, I'm still going good on that.
See?
I'm still going good on the normal human expectation of not waking up after.
There's hope.
There is read a book a month.
Dead.
Done. Not eating after 8 p.m.
Damn.
I don't know why I even made that
was
a thing.
Ambitious, bro. That was ambitious.
I have eaten more times after 8 p.m. than I have times I ate before 8 p.m.
Damn.
I'm currently doing good.
That's good.
No, I ate yesterday night when we were watching Invincible.
You had a yogurt.
That was not a yogurt.
Oh, no.
You're too busy watching the gore on the big screen to notice what I was stuffing my face with.
This is from Damia. They ask, what is your ideal dessert to end on after dinner?
A somberness fills the room.
I'm gonna get all technical. Depends what kind of dinner it was.
Oh, shut the fuck.
It depends what kind of dinner it was, bro. Did I have red meat or white? What did I drink a wine? It depends, bro.
Okay, so let's rule some stuff out.
Sure.
Never a cookie.
Never a cookie.
Never a cookie. We did a sad thing. We ate dinner. We came here and we shared a cookie.
We did share a cookie. We shared a cookie, and then we went.
Did you notice what I did when I split the cookie?
You gave me the smaller portion, and I was happy about it.
So there's
dude, I noticed.
It's like you could have written an entire psychology paper on that small interaction. Like I took the cookie and I was like, you want to split one cookie? So sad. Just each have one fucking cookie. Yeah. Just eat a cookie. We can save ourselves some calories and split a cookie. And I split it, and at the top was a tiny bit uneven. I looked at it, and I was like, which half do I give Connor? And I don't know if you picked up on it, but you could tell it wasn't just like, whatever, I just gave you a random one. I hesitated.
Yeah.
I thought about it.
Oh, I noticed.
And I did give you the smaller one.
You gave me the smaller one. And guess what? I'm grateful.
I think it was the fairest decision, just simply because I'm bigger. And so I was like, we both don't want to eat too much, but Connor is smaller. I was like the alpha monkey or something.
The alpha monkey.
Because I wanted to give you the bigger one.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted the less cookie.
Uh-huh.
But I was like, here, you get the smaller cookie because
Yeah.
you're smaller, and it will be
You know what? You know what's crazy? You didn't even need to tell me any of this. I knew this was the process that you went through. I'm like, okay, he's going through the. Yep, he gave me the smaller one because I was probably unsure about getting the cookie in the first place. He gave me the smaller one. He got the bigger one. He's the bigger guy. I already went through this conversation. That's so funny.
And then I was like, here, Kane, have at it. I just gave him the rest of the bag. He's like, oh, yummy.
Oh, you're talking about today?
Yeah, earlier today. Kane is a normal person and missed this weird exchange that has the intensity of the opening scene to Inglourious Bastards. Like, he's just like, oh, what's going on? Oh, here's a cookie.
I was looking at the cat.
Oh, yeah.
Your cat.
Maybe there is something horribly wrong with us. We're like
Yes,
aliens
because
in a skin suit.
I think it's called eating disorder.
No.
We should have just eaten either just like both eating a cookie like a normal person, or not eating the cookie, but we did this weird like, you want one too? Wait, we could share one and have less of a whole cookie each.
Oh, it's because we're working so hard. I just don't want to backtrack on it.
I am losing weight.
Me too.
You stop.
Yeah, I know.
Flat Stanley over here.
Hey, I'm getting there.
Well, that the gym guy did notice your gains though.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we said that the last time. Yeah, that happened in between episodes.
That happened on DST, I think.
We ran into the old gym guy that signed us up.
Yeah.
And he complimented Connor's gains. He was like, "Hey, you're looking good." And I was like, "Oh, it happened."
Finally.
Because every guy that starts working out, that will happen eventually.
That's true. That's like the
go
awakening.
You go from not working out and then working out, and then someone says it, and it's big because you're not like waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
And it catches you. You're like, I wasn't even thinking about that.
I didn't even know I made progress.
Right? But like, oh, and it motivates you.
It does. Yeah.
Gene and Woys, they ask, what is one little thing that the other does that gets on your nerves? And what is one small thing that you like about the other?
Gets on my nerves.
Well, okay, I will say immediately, it wasn't like, oh yeah, this. I gotta think, which is good, I think.
Yeah, the thing with getting on my, nothing really gets on my nerves. I have like pet peeves, but not with something you do specifically.
Or like, I wish you wouldn't do this.
Yeah, that doesn't occur to me.
Well, because we're so like, as different as we are, we're so similar. And that's why we get along so well.
I'm also, I think, very aware of the things that do annoy you. That I'm like, I can always tell, like, based off internet, I'm like, oh, he's not liking this one bit. Like, I can tell when something is like,
well, not like what you do, but in general.
When you're interacting with, like, you know, one of the freakazoids, you know, I'm like, oh, yeah. Even before I know if you don't like it or not, I could just tell by the way it's transpiring. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's not digging this at all. He's like, and
it's funny because in my head, I'm trying to, like, play it cool.
Well, you probably are. I just, you know, we only spend 750,000 hours around each other every single second. So I do appreciate something that you do.
Okay, we'll start with the positive first.
That I can't do it. You are able to dismiss conversation effortlessly. So if someone is talking to you, sometimes you are able to just go, oh yeah, and you and you don't make that sound, but like you were able to be like, hey, I gotta go, or I gotta run, or something, and you were able to.
Oh, okay.
You were able to dismiss.
I see.
You did it the other day. You did the other day.
Target?
Coffee shop.
Coffee shop.
And you just say, you know, hey, I gotta go, and you left.
Oh, okay.
And
I see.
And you do that in other situations, and it's not that it's like a rude thing. It's just that you're like, you know, you got shit to do. I got to run. Blah blah blah. If someone starts talking to me, I wait until they are done, and that might be a very long time.
No. I just gotta be like, hey, sorry, I gotta go.
I'm not assertive in that sense. I'm locked into like unskippable dialogue. You know, I'm trapped.
I will say it's, from my point of view, it is an active thing still.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, for me, I think I do it more than other people in our group.
Yeah.
Discord. I feel I'm the one that's like, guys, I gotta go.
I can't do it.
I don't want to.
Uh-huh.
And it does require me to conjure it's not like, oh, I have to go. Well, obviously I'll just go. It's kind of like, oh man, okay. And then I do it.
Yeah.
But like, it is like this.
I have to do an end credits.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm going to go to bed. This is it. Sorry. It's great. Like
you do that.
Right.
When you're clocking out, because you get bored.
Yeah.
What do I say?
No. Yeah, I was gonna say no. I always have to like, and I wait for the time to say it because sometimes I want to leave 15 minutes before, but you guys are talking and shit, and I'm like, oh, they're in the middle of something.
I know. Now I know you're about to say it, and before you even say anything, I go no.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you know it's coming. I need to wait for like the right moment, and especially with strangers is the hardest one. Like if I'm in
with strangers,
Discord call with strangers, I do not know how to leave because I don't want to seem rude or something. I'm like, yeah, and then we're just continuing. Then eventually I have to say I have to go, and I don't know why that's so hard for me.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, I thought you were saying a different thing, like when people are like soliciting us in Target or something.
That too, though.
I thought you were.
You're able to shut that down.
I thought you were talking like explicitly that scenario.
It's the same kind of thing, though. That assertion, because the people at Target, they start talking to me and they keep talking to me. I'm like fighting for my fucking life.
I think a lot of people can relate to that.
It's hard. Yeah. That's mine. I guess assertive.
I've gone through an arc with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
At first, it was like, I think most people when they're younger, it's like kind of awkward, and you go, yeah,
Yeah.
and oh no, you don't want to engage, and then you evolve to like full on ignoring.
Right.
But I've adopted a sort of hybrid technique where I know I'm about to tell this guy to fuck off.
Yeah.
But I answer with more forwardness than I think he's expecting.
Okay. Yeah.
So that Target guy goes, "Excuse me, sir." I go, he's like, "Hey, you having a good day?" I stop. I at least stop and go, "I'm having a great day. How are you doing?"
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, "Oh, I'm doing good. Have you?" And I go, "I'm okay, thanks."
Yeah.
Just very, and then I move on. As opposed to being like trying to ignore, because I feel that's more like
that's worse.
I didn't like the feeling of like, I don't know what it is, weird embarrassment or shame or something.
Dude,
but
yes.
But I feel like if I attack and I stop, I have like more power in the.
You have the right to disengage.
Yeah, I have the power in this like exchange, and then I feel better being like, because I'm like, I greeted him like, I can disengage.
Right.
Now, right?
The ball's in your court now. You've initiated, and you can disengage. See, that's the thing with me ignoring them. It's like I'm actively taking damage trying to ignore them because I feel bad. I feel bad. I just feel, I don't know.
But also, I don't need a drone.
No, I don't want a fucking drone.
I don't
want your mall popcorn. Fuck off.
Or shoelace aglets. You know, whatever they're selling.
A massage. God, but yeah, that's mine.
You're positive.
That's my positive. I'm still
interesting. For you, I mean, there's a lot. I'm trying to think of something more unique to you, because there's a lot of things you do that I really like, but I think any person would like this about someone. Mm-hmm. Like, for example, the first thing that comes to mind is your willingness to try things and do stuff. Do you want to go to this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Right.
I didn't used to be that way either. That's very. I think that started the second I moved to Vegas, because that in of itself was trying something and just fucking going for it.
Yeah, I mean that's probably like I'm gonna try to think of something more specific to you, but from the first time you visited, it was just like it's weird to describe, because I mean I've always been a sort of like, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's weird to say like a leader when you're just referring to like your friends.
Sure.
Right.
I know what you mean.
But I feel like, not in a bad way, not that my friends are like, I don't know, like being forced to or anything in like a negative connotation.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I'm forcing you to do stuff. Right. And it's not that like I'm forcing my friends to, but it's this weird, like, you know, I feel like I'm leading the group and they're gonna just go along with it,
right?
And not that they don't enjoy whatever, right? But you know, it's like I feel like you're engaging with it, while also like being on board to things. I know you know what I mean. And that's probably what I like most about you, because in doing so, I get exposed to like new stuff as well.
Sure. Yeah. No, I get that. I think it's just, I don't know, general willingness and is kind of what you're leaning towards. Mm-hmm. My thing for the negative on you, it's not a negative anymore.
Not a negative anymore.
But it used to be.
Okay.
And it's what we were about earlier before I fucking understood it. And that's you being in your own world and not responding to things correctly. Originally, before I understood what was happening, I'm like, this guy fucking hates me. Like, I'd be like, like when we first started the gym arc and stuff, you kind of be in your world. I'm like, dude, you see this? And you went, and you would just kind of go, But I know you didn't hear what I said.
I will say, I know this is a thing about, because Kane tells me, everyone around me.
Yeah.
It's not on purpose.
No, I figured that out. But originally, it came off so like I'm like, oh, he's not a morning person, or like.
Well, I'm not.
Well, yeah, that's also apparent. But I was like, oh, he hates.
He hates me.
Combined with my anxiety and overthinking, there would be like, because it would happen quite frequently.
I guess so.
But I don't think it's a negative. It's just how everyone has like their own fucking
I'm thinking.
quirks. You're thinking.
I'm trying, it's so sad. Not that I'm trying to find an excuse for it, but like when that happens, I'm desperately trying to hang on to a train of thought.
Yeah.
That's what's happening there.
And that's tough sometimes for me too.
And I'm mostly thinking about what we had just said and processing it.
Yeah.
But you're ready to move on to the next thought, and I'm
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
But I can't, like, if I acknowledge it, be like, hold on, let me digest that, or like, give me a second, I will lose it. And so I'm like,
It's ADHD versus a real thinker.
I guess so. I'm trying to like
real thinker hours.
And sometimes I'm not thinking about anything really.
You're in your head. You're just in your
Well, I'm
head.
not even daydreaming. I'm not like, I'll be like, what was I thinking about? I don't know.
Yeah,
I was just
fleeting.
kind of lose it.
Yeah. These days, I feel like I've figured it all out at this
That's
point.
the thing. At the point we are at now, we are like so in sync
Yeah.
with each other to an unconscious level.
Yeah.
Like maybe we do. I mean, because we're our own people, obviously.
Yeah.
And so, maybe we do have moments where we brush against each other, but I think we're so good at filling it in
Yeah.
and figuring it out to where we're not even conscious of it anymore. I guess for Connor, my negative is, again, this is not really unique to you, but with me, what always pisses me off, and this, I almost went ballistic in Japan with my group because of this too.
Okay. We sitting up.
We're planning something.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're going to do this thing.
Uh-huh.
Here are our options. Where do you want to go? You don't know? Great. Where do you want to go?
Yeah.
They both sound good? Cool. I can decide for us. Does anyone have any? And it's just whatever. Sometimes, for me personally, I need someone to be like, oh yeah, I want that.
Ah.
Well, because I think it's like
I see.
well, it's my fault. Like I could be direct and I could just say what I want, but sometimes I'm doing I'm casting it. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey guys,
Who's got bite?
right? Hey guys, sushi or burgers? What do you think?
Either. Yeah. Both sound good.
Reese?
Either.
I don't know.
I don't care.
I'm not even hungry. Okay. It's not like a bad thing. He's not hungry. He can't help it. But I swear, we're like, all right, time to eat. What are we eating? Reese is like, I'm not even hungry. I'm like, oh my God, okay. Why are we here? What are we? Is anyone hungry? And Connor's like, I just ate a whole fish.
Yeah, indecisiveness. I do like the stereotypical girlfriend answer because you always want them to pick. I get it. You want confirmation because I think when I ask where does someone want to go, I don't have a preference either. Sometimes in my case, I want help. Like sushi burger, I can't figure it out. Someone else and then they all go, I don't care, and I go, fuck. Well, then I don't have an answer. For you, it's not like that. I think for you, you just want.
I always say, hot dog place?
Yeah.
No. Okay. We'll go somewhere healthier.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, that's the thing. That annoys me just as a whole.
In general.
Mm-hmm. But
I'll still do it. It'll still
But
happen.
that's normal. I
Yeah.
think it's normal, right? But and the thing, this is maybe weird. I have again this. I feel like this is some kind of like girlfriend boyfriend TikTok thing. And I shouldn't even be doing this, but like
Okay.
you can shift your strategy. And I did it the other day to maybe debatable efficacy, but like. So usually with the girlfriend being indecisive, instead of going, do you want sushi or do you want burgers? You go, guess where I'm taking you. Oh my God, are you taking me a sushi? How'd you know? But the other night I called you. I was like, hey, buddy, what are you doing?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah.
Let's go.
And I went.
Where? Dessert? Yeah. I'll be there soon.
It did seem like you were trying to find a fucking answer.
And then I got there. I was like, so did you eat yet?
And I'm like, I'm eating now. And then it was like, damn.
I did. I was trying to just like,
That makes sense now.
you know?
Yeah. 'Cause I did.
Okay, this is a good answer.
Uh-huh.
This is a good answer because it's this kind of like pet peeve-esque thing that's specific. I don't like the way you text.
I knew it. And I know you don't.
You said that?
I fucking knew it, dude.
Because you text me like,
Well, it harkens all the way back to episode 1 of the Best in Jest with I'll swing by. And it's not that it's the same situation, but it's my texter. I know they're not good.
and again, it's like pet peeve, very minor. Like, I think at this stage of our relationship,
Yeah.
none of your texts should ever have an exclamation point. Do not put an exclamation point.
I'm excited. What?
I am not your aunt
I'm enthusiastic.
or your girlfriend that you've been dating for 2 days.
Dude, I'm excited.
We are at such a point
I'm
of
so
normalcy.
I stopped doing that in the mornings because I know I've actually gauged my text to be less energetic in the mornings because sometimes I'm like, here we go, here it comes in the morning, and I'm like, no, I have a strange feeling he's gonna fucking hate that.
I don't fucking hate it, but it's just like at this point, you know, because you meet someone and you're trying to like get into the friendship.
Yeah.
We're beyond that, and texts, like when you become either like romantically or whatever with a new friend, your messages have two purposes. It's to communicate,
Yeah.
but also at the same time you're like forming the relationship, engaging the relationship. There's like this secondary like, oh, you know, but like for us at this point, the texts
We maxed it out.
are only for communication. So it's
Like
like
robots.
leaving now.
Okay.
I'll be there soon. Not like sounds good! Exclamation mark.
I do that a lot. Wait.
Sounds
look.
good. No punctuation.
There's got it with exclamation point a lot.
Okay.
I'm looking at this. Oh, there's 2 back to back. You send me I've awoken, and I have responded with as have I. Exclamation point. Space exclamation point. It was deliberate. It was super deliberate.
Oh, well, first of all, 90% of our conversation is I'm up. Same. Jim, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
That's 90% of this. But this is somewhat recent, and I didn't like this. Oh yeah, can you pick it up? I'll Zell you. No need to Zell! Exclamation mark. God, just
Just let you
say-
sell.
just
Or-
either will let me Zell or like you don't, you know. No, it's all right. No need to Zell. Oh, okay.
Oh God.
God, this one this is actually a perfect example. You were like talking about wanting to pass some time. You were traveling, and we were talking. You were with your mom,
Okay.
and we were just chatting, and then I said like, oh, I mean, I don't know. You could watch a new episode of Invincible, and then we were chatting,
Mm-hmm.
and you go, Invincible was good!
Uh-huh.
Exclamation. Just, you don't gotta say that.
That it was good?
Invincible was good! Exclamation mark. Like you had already seen it, and you were like, acknowledge. Just yeah, we could just move on. You know, we don't need
I'm
to.
trying
like,
to make conversation,
no,
bro. I didn't have fucking internet.
Because we had moved on. We were talking about the wiener dogs, but you realized you hadn't acknowledged my Invincible thing, and so
Yeah,
you doubled back.
I
And you're like,
did.
it was good. I'm like, dude, it's just
I did.
you don't gotta like.
I felt bad.
See, but that's the thing.
You don't give
I
a
didn't
shit.
think
You
anything
don't
of
give a
it,
fucking
but I
shit.
did once you said that.
Yeah.
And we don't need to do that. We don't need to. It was good. And then if you notice, I just completely don't acknowledge
You
that.
never respond. Yeah.
And I go, just, why are there so many wiener dogs?
Yeah.
Well, I know, here's the thing. I know you're just being polite,
Uh-huh.
but sometimes you don't need to respond.
Right.
Because it takes like, how do I describe this? We're at the level of friendship where we don't hug each other anymore.
Uh-huh.
Right? A weird thing. When you're kind of not friends, you hug.
Me, right.
But when you actually become friends, you're not
Yeah.
hugging.
Yeah.
Right? So, and this is an example of that. I said, we were talking about something, and I was like, all right, good luck later today. You said, thank you, exclamation mark. Oh, come on. What the fuck is this?
So I shouldn't have said anything.
Yes. I don't
Yeah.
think you should have said
Yeah.
anything. Or maybe at the very least, you could react emoji to my message.
Uh-huh.
But, and thank you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what the fuck is this?
It's that southern
What is this?
it's that southern boy in me.
But you know,
Yes,
I can't.
ma'am, no sir.
I can't fault you for it. It's just you're just being polite. But here's the thing: like I do just move on in the conversation.
yeah.
But the thing is, to me, I don't think anything of it. I
Right.
wasn't like, oh, what an idiot. I'm gonna move
Right,
on. I
right.
just because we're just at that point where I
Right.
simply am just.
You don't need to fucking
It's
say
just like
thank you.
stream of consciousness thought.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just
Yeah.
kind of talking. So it's just. So, I mean, if that's natural for you, but it seems like you're going out of your way
I
to
don't
do
really
that.
know. I just
And you just don't need to.
You said something like, "Oh, he said something nice." I don't go like, "Oh, I should say something nice back." I just am hardwired to do that. That's just like normal. But I get it because also, where do you move on from like thank you? And then I guess maybe it's my way of just going like that's it. And I maybe I can't ignore and just let it be. Just like earlier where I can't end a conversation. I have to thank you is my full stop.
You could just leave.
But I can't. I can't just like go away. I've had literally the other day I was talking to a guy in Discord. I don't know him too well, but we were talking in Discord and stuff. And I fought with myself. I'm like, do I just say I'm leaving? I always have to say I'm leaving. But that night, I just ghosted them. I just stopped having the conversation and went to bed. And that was insane to me. I just left them and they don't give a shit. We never continued the conversation. It was just left dead. And I couldn't believe it happened because I never do that. I need to be like, okay, I gotta go to sleep. Good talk. I always do that. But this time I was like, I'll just let it be.
I assume that you read anything I send you.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I
So that's the thing.
Pretty much.
Sometimes to me, I don't respond. And I just like, you just have to assume that I saw it. Because
yeah,
we
yeah.
don't need to be like,
lol.
lol, got it. Got your meme.
Uh-huh.
Your I got your meme. So funny, bro.
I wanna know if you thought it was funny. I need to know.
But yeah, I think that's a good answer because
Yeah,
you
that's a good
do
one.
it a lot. But
Yeah,
I
oh,
mean,
yeah.
it doesn't bother me. But it is like,
It's a thing. Like it's just like just don't have to. I get it. It's very me.
it is you.
It's very
It
me.
is you.
It's aggressively.
I mean,
me.
it's like endearing in a way because you have this weird like old man ishness about you
I
in
text
weird
like
ways.
my dad.
It is like a
I'm
dad.
rolling. That's my dad. Whenever I say I'm driving, it's I'm rolling or rolling.
Rolling out soon.
Yeah. Dad.
You know, I feel we should do like, I mean, there's just so much. I never really thought about it because we just message each
Yeah.
other, but just going through these messages, it is.
I don't think anything of them.
We talk like
Androids.
we we talk to each other with an air of sophistication that is not warranted when we wake up in the morning.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm like clairvoyant in the morning. I like hold back on messages in the morning. So sometimes I want to send like a full story.
Do it.
No, because nobody wants a fucking full story the 15 minutes they've been awake. That's not just a you thing. That's me with anybody. I'm like, they don't want to fucking. But for some reason, my morning brain is like, my brain when I'm awake, it's on. Like my brain.
Wow.
Is on. Yeah, I'm not like it doesn't take me to warm up or I'm not groggy.
I'm an old computer.
Yeah, you're boot up.
I gotta
You're
boot
booting
up.
up at the gym.
Yes.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm still booting up at the end of the gym sometimes.
Yeah. That's funny though. I had a feeling. That's why I brought it up. I'm like, yeah, probably the texts.
You use, is that ellipsis? Dot dot dot.
Dot dot dot.
You use
so much.
You use a lot of dot dot
I don't
dot.
know why. I talk like it's a forum. Like it's fucking Tumblr or some shit. I don't know why. I do that a lot. I think it's meant to be like snarky or a joke. Like alluding to like something that
No,
isn't.
I could. It does read in your voice like I'm gonna come. Like I don't know why. Like it's this. The reason I say it like that is because there's like an anticipation to it. Well, I'm thinking it's gonna like you kind of it's this sort of anticipation. But speaking on that, like pet peeves in general.
Yeah.
I think this is a commonly held like thing that people have disdain for, but like you get a message, yo, hey, how you doing? Good. You? Good. All right.
Yeah.
What do you want?
It definitely needs purpose. That one's I have to like if you send a message, send it with like more substance than hello or something, you know.
I try to be as straightforward as possible.
Yeah, point A to B.
So that when I think like Kane and I, so much time spent with each other that when I say to Kane, like, are you busy later?
Yeah.
He doesn't need the context from me. I assume that he assumes if I'm asking him, it's like something worth asking about.
Right.
And he will like if you know what I mean. I'm like, well, oh, you are free. Well, listen, I'm starting to think.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you know.
Yeah.
So, I try to just. I do worry that my texts sometimes are too long, but I just want to like. Okay,
Long?
I'm thinking this, and then blah blah blah. And
I thought yours are pretty short usually. These days they're very short. They're very curt little texts. I thought mine were the long ones, but I could be wrong.
I command too much. I do think I'm on the opposite side. I perhaps could humanize it a little bit more.
Yours is kind of.
I don't even finish the word yes. Sometimes it'll just be like Y or YE.
It's a little. It could be. It's just very.
It's very, very just
to the point.
I say holy shit a lot. I've never realized how much
I hear it the way you're saying it. Slowly.
Holy shit. We're good. Our texting dynamic is gonna forever be changed.
Yeah, I'm gonna be just the way I answer the door differently now.
I'm gonna get a text that says yes, and then I'm gonna send one with like flower emojis and like a funny font.
Uh-huh.
All right, guys. I think that's it. Probably yeah.
Spectacular. That was good.
All right. At the end of every episode, you guys know it. We crown the best in jest. Decide who is the best in jest. As the name implies, and the loser gets
Pied.
pied in the face.
Get pied.
The best in jest for today's episode is whoever can tell me the average weight of an adult blue whale
Oh my!
I was hoping you wouldn't say blue whale.
Gosh.
in pounds. How much does a blue whale
I got to guess.
weigh? Yeah, go ahead.
8 tons.
8
What is
tons?
that in
8,000
pounds?
pounds.
Oh, a ton is 1,000 pounds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 8,000 for Connor. Okay.
Okay. I'm assuming I can't look up how much like something else weighs, right? Like I can't look up how much an elephant weighs, right? I have to just conjure it up right now from my.
If I give you that, then I have to give Connor a chance to change his answer as well.
It's okay because I'm using my answer off of something I already know the weight of.
What?
Yeah.
Would you like to know the weight of an average sized elephant?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to conjure this from my mind. It will be deserved. I'm thinking of us going to the gym. I'm like, okay, well.
That's a lot of weight.
How many blue whales can I realistically bench press?
I think mine. Oh God, I'm getting a little. I was pretty confident in my answer, but I'm getting a little scared.
A ton is what?
1,000,
1,000 pounds.
to my understanding, yes.
And you said 8,000?
Yep. 8 tons.
8 tons, 8,000 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm tempted. See, I want to say like 17,000, but then they're going to be like, that's how much the moon weighs.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's insanely heavy.
Oh, I'm getting scared, dude.
You want to change your answer?
No,
I'll allow it.
I'm gonna stick with my gut, but I'm scared.
£17,000.
Okay. Are you guys locked in?
17 tons. Yes.
Yeah, I'll lock it in.
Okay. Okay. Blue whales, an adult blue whale, their average weight is between 290,000 pounds to 330,000 pounds. So I guess Professor Lando wins because he's closest.
What? I based my answer off a prehistoric alligator from a long time ago, and
We're so far off that like our answers, we might as well have said like Connor picked 3 and I picked 3.1.
yeah, that's insane. That thing's still going.
200,000 pounds.
Was 8,000 pounds? I guess that is. We need to start doing fucking huge ass numbers with these stupid fucking like. How far is this? How big is this? How heavy is this?
600,000.
It's a quintillion fucking every single time. Fuck.
200,000.
That's crazy. How do they get those things out of the water if
They don't. Why do they
I guess
need
they
to do that?
don't. Yeah. I guess I was thinking of like an aquarium, but they don't put that shit in an aquarium. It was,
Blue whale? What kind of fucking aquarium have you been going to? A blue whale? What aquarium?
I'd pay money to see that.
This aquarium the size of an entire city-state.
I don't think I realize how big they are either.
200,000 pounds.
I guess a cow is like 500.
What, pounds?
Yeah.
No,
How much does a cow weigh?
like 2 tons,
Oh.
probably. Well, now that I know this, I would say
Kane, how much does a cow weigh?
How much?
I was about to say 500 pounds.
no.
That's
I don't know
wrong.
either.
People can lift 500
That's
pounds.
true. I can't lift a cow. Cows are big.
Cattle. 1,100 pounds.
Okay, so they're like a ton. So I said a whale was like the weight of 8
8
cows.
cows. I mean, I'm not any better, honestly. It's so far
It's
off.
so far. Yeah.
200,000 pounds, huh?
That's crazy. Wow, the world's something else.
And squids fight them? There's squids as big as that?
What?
They fight.
They do?
The blue whales and the...
That's not real.
No, that's real.
The squids fight them?
The giant squids fight
Those are
the whale.
real? The giant squid?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of evidence for him.
Like just a big squid.
Giant squid.
Those are real right now.
Yes.
They're real.
Yeah. Giant squids are real. They find them washed up, but the pressure shrinks them.
Have we seen one?
Yeah. They're real.
Yeah, we have videos.
What?
I think you're thinking of like Kraken.
Giant squid, they fight.
But we have like videos and pictures of like gigantic.
That's as big as a whale?
I mean, not as big as the whale, but big enough to fight the
Holy
whale.
shit, he's fighting that whale.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
yeah, they're scary.
Wait, what the shit?
They're giant.
That is a giant squid. I didn't know they were actually still going.
Yeah, they're
Look at it next to that boat. That's not real. That's not real. That's Photoshop. Wow. Shit.
That's scary.
Oh, I don't like that.
Well, they get shrunk.
And they get shrunk. Is that cope or is that real?
No,
is that
it's real.
cope by big squids saying that they shrink
Well,
when they
there's
get there?
there's some people that think they're like these giant, like the colossal squid,
Oh, some Subnautica fucking.
like gigantic.
I don't like that.
What the?
I don't like it.
it's real.
These-
That's under.
Those things are fucking aliens.
They're here.
Oh, ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, scary.
Life was better when I didn't know about the giant squid.
And they fight in pitch black.
Ooh.
Damn.
Think about that. You can't even
Starring Vin Diesel?
That's so scary.
One person listening to this podcast went, "What the hell?"
Good job.
All right. Well.
All right.
Should we get on with it?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Have I gotten a pie off in the new year yet?
Wait, have I gotten pied?
I don't think
This
you
year?
have. I don't think you have.
I mean, we've only had a handful of episodes. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
You don't remember? I stole your dance.
Yeah, you
No.
stole my dance and now I can't use it. I got social networked or whatever.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.